how's it going? This is Dice Squad. I am Marshall Dice, known as Adam Campbell, and I'm live here at Origins Game Fair 2016 with
Captain Malcolm Reynolds
and
Robert Ford.
And this is Upper Deck.
Yes, indeed.
And what are we talking about today, Captain?
Well, today we're going to go ahead and show you Firefly Shiny Dice. It is a pressure luck dice game based off of the immensely popular Firefly TV show. Has a little bit of the Serenity movie thrown in just for kicks right there. So we're going to run through a couple of rounds on this, get you the basic idea, basic feel of the game so that you know what you're getting into when you go to purchase this game.
All right.
So what we're going to go ahead and start off with is just an explanation of the characters of the dice. So I take it you've seen the show.
Who hasn't?
Maybe two people, or the Fox executives.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Season 2, fingers crossed.
Yeah.
So we will go ahead and start off with the crew of the Serenity. We have the crew split between two different sides. You have the Outlaws, and then of course you have their passengers. So right now I'm going to go ahead and test your knowledge.
Okay.
Okay, so each symbol corresponds to a different character on the show.
All right.
So this symbol right here, who do we think this represents?
Oh, that's you.
That is me. We're 1 for 1. So now we're going to go ahead and look at this. And if you don't know what it is, I'll let you know what the symbol is.
That is, I believe, that is your cohort in crime, am I correct?
That is. And what is her name?
Oh.
If you don't know her name, who is she married to?
Well, she's married to Wash.
She's married to Wash. That's Zoe, the
That's
lovely
Zoe.
That's
Zoe
Zoe,
Wash,
that's
yeah.
right.
Now, speaking of Wash, what does he play with? Because there is a betrayal in the series.
Plays with dinosaurs.
We've got a nice little blue dinosaur right here. And then, of course, we do have the hero of Canton.
That is the hero of Canton.
And lastly, everyone knows who this is.
That is...
It's a strawberry.
It's a strawberry. It's not the preacher.
It's not the preacher. The preacher did have strawberries,
he
but
did.
he didn't love them. What does she do on the ship?
Well, she's the engineer. I know that.
That is Kaylee.
That's right.
So now we get on to the passengers. So who do you think this could
River.
be? River Tam. Yes. And River Tam has a
Brother.
brother. There's the brother. Then, of course,
Simon.
we have Simon. Thank you. And see, you're not the only one that flubs on these characters.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we have
Preacher.
Preacher. What's his name?
Book.
Shepherd Book.
Oh, Shepherd. Yeah, that's right. Shepherd Book.
And then, lastly, and I'm going to let you go ahead and guess this one, but who do you think this represents?
Oh.
And what is it?
Oh, it's an hourglass?
It's an hourglass. And who charges by the hour?
Oh, yeah. Oh, man. Now, see, I didn't... My show, but I'm getting quizzed on your... Oh, I know. Liara, that's right.
Anara.
That's right.
And she does have... A lot of people didn't catch this, but she does have an hourglass in her show, so because she charges by the hour.
That's right. Because she's a companion.
Yes. So we have a couple of faux dice, and these are the big bad villains of the long-running show because it was on television for many, many years. It might just be in reruns.
It was on television for
It might just be in reruns, but it
many
is.
episodes.
Absolutely.
And I'm
12 to be precise.
12. And I am so passionate about this, I am crying right now. I love the show so much. So, of course, we've got the big baddie himself, Niska. He's represented by his glasses. We've got Saffron, everyone's favorite on that. She does kiss a lot of people on the show.
That's right. And she is Captain Malcolm Reynolds' wife.
She is my wife, but there's a special place in hell for me for that little nuptial. And then, of course, we've got Badger, everyone's favorite smuggler right there. So as I wipe my tears away here, what we've got going on is this is a pressure luck game. If you've played any other pressure luck games, that means that each round you go through, you will have fewer and fewer dice to work with you. So on the onset, I'm going to have you go ahead and roll your dice. Roll all 15 dice at one time.
All of them. Okay.
All of them.
All right. Oh.
Okay, so what we've got going on here is we now need to separate the dice. So go ahead and match up all of your faux dice to their corresponding spot on your mat.
All right.
The faux dice are the black ones. They go.
Yeah, they go here, and then we got.
And
three
now
Inaras, a couple of Zoes.
So we've got some extra people here. We're going to go ahead and go through what each character does. So I'm going to go ahead and borrow one of your supply dice here.
Okay.
Now each character, regardless of which character it is, can go ahead and deal 1 damage to each of the foes here. We're missing one of our badgers over here. So we'll go ahead and grab him. Mal can go ahead and do 1 damage to either Niska or Badger, but he's really against his wife because she tricked him, and he can do 2 damage against Saffron. What's really nice about Mal, though, is he has a second ability that if any of the crew members are stuck in the cargo hold, he can take out 1 outlaw dice or up to 2 passenger dice. So you can change what you might have rolled and have a better chance to defeat the foes.
Okay.
His second in command, of course, Zoe. She carries the shotgun. She does 2 damage. Each black die represents 1 damage, and she can do it wherever she wants. So she can do 2 against Badger, or she can do 1 against Saffron, 1 against Niska. Jane, of course, carries Vera, does 2 damage anywhere he wants to 1 foe. What's really nice, though, is because he is the hero of Canton, he can inspire someone to go along with him and take him with him and just clear off 1 complete enemy. So if there's 4 dice right there, he can just clear out an entire row.
Of how many dice are in the box? It gets wiped clean.
Now, we get onto some of the more fun dice right here. Wash is a leaf on the wind. He has the ability to change your outcome on this. So if you roll a pretty bad set of crew dice right here, re-roll Wash, pick up one of the other crew members, get a better chance at defeating your foes.
May I suggest you have 3 Inaras?
You do have 3. Well, he didn't have a Wash. He had 3 supplies. So he had a really bad roll this turn. I don't know if he's actually going to survive pressing his luck, but we'll see.
Well, that's not good.
Now,
That doesn't sound great.
Now, everyone's favorite, of course, is Kaylee, and Kaylee is possibly the most used die on here. You want a lot of Kaylees. She has a really great ability. If anyone is in the KO pile, not only does she do 1 damage to your foes, but she takes them out of the KO pile and puts them into the cargo hold. Now, this is really nice because of the fact that it doesn't use as many dice.
And then along comes Malcolm Reynolds to take them out of the cargo hole and put them back in Serenity.
Exactly. But we're going to go ahead and move on to the passengers, because this is where the real thinking comes in on this. We've got Simon. Simon has a crush on Kaylee. He doesn't want to admit it. He figures that out after Wash dies, that he actually liked her. I guess it took someone to run through the probabilities to find that out. So what Wash does, or what Simon does, is he takes Kaylee and puts her back into Serenity. He trades places with her. Well, we did learn that Kaylee hasn't had anything twixt her nithers for quite some time, so she will go ahead and attack again, do another damage, and then send Simon to the cargo hold. So you can cycle through quite a bit of damage with just a bunch of Kaylees and Simons, and you don't use too many dice. But we go ahead and we're going to save River for last and everything, because she's pretty strong. Shepherd Book is very diplomatic. Regardless of how many faux dice are on one of their spots, he can, well, so long as it's no more than 4, and we'll get into that about the 4, he can just diplomatically dismiss them. You don't get any points for it, but all of your at-risk points are now banked. You end your turn immediately. He just wants to end the conflict. Now, Inara, she's got an hourglass, and unlike the rest of the crew that could potentially not make money on a job or a mission, she gets paid for what she does. I mean, she gets paid up front.
Time is money.
Time is money. So she automatically gets you 100 points, not at risk. Your last reroll die is River. She can reroll herself and one of your foe dice. So if you end up getting a bad roll on the foes, River's going to take that out. But her second ability to KO her is simply 1 damage across the board to all your foes. So she's...
Because in the show, there's no power in the verse that can withstand River, right?
Absolutely.
So what we're going to go ahead and do is look at what you've got here, and then we'll go into the foes here. And this was, I believe, a supply dice. So this right here is a really bad hand, but we're going to see if we can get you past this. Now, your foes...
We got to keep flying.
We got to keep on flying.
Get a mission.
Niska kills people. So regardless of 1 to 4 Niskas here, he kills one crew member right here, right off the bat. Saffron, we know, kisses people, knocks them out, locks them in the cargo hold. And that's however many Saffrons, 1 to 4. So if there's 4 Saffrons here, you're going to lose 4 crew members. Badger is greedy. He takes as many supplies as he can carry. So we've got 3 Badgers. He can take 3 supplies. Now, that's 1 to 4. If you roll 4 of a kind, all of your opponents lose 100 points right off the bat. But guess what happens when you roll 5?
I don't know. Tell me.
You don't know. Your turn ends. Not only do all your opponents lose 100 points, you lose 100 points as well. So with this being said, we're going to go ahead and play through the rest of your turn.
Okay.
You've got your crew. You have no reroll, so you're locked in with what you've got. You've got your foes. We're going to go ahead and get a mission now that we've got a crew. In regards of this, each mission has basically an event at the bottom of it. This one right here is sabotage. So what that says is you're going to re-roll your entire crew that's in Serenity, all of those dice, unless you can complete this mission.
Okay.
So that's not really a bad thing because you only have 1 Saffron. So let's go ahead and re-roll your dice.
Alrighty. Let's see what we get. Alright, I got Captain, Cargo, River, Wash. I got the Hero.
Okay, so we've got Jane. We've got some different things here. Your cargoes are going to go into your supplies. So now we're sitting here with a couple of different things, probably worse than what we were at before because now we just lost a whole lot of dice.
Oh, that's not good.
It's not good. But at this point, I want to go ahead and speak on the different card effects. So sabotage, it can be bad. Sometimes it can be good. It really depends. What you've got next is you've got escape. You've got bushwhacked actually because that's the card that just happened to come out. Bushwhacked means you have to stop your turn at the end of this round. You don't have the option to keep on flying. Unless you complete the mission, then you can choose to keep on flying. Escape is really what you would have liked to have and be able to complete the mission because that means that you would escape with your bounty and keep on and live to fight another day. Being that you don't have that, you're not going to do anything in there. That's another sabotage. And as we know, Goram is what they use to swear. Something really bad just happened. This is the only mission you do not want to complete because if you complete this mission, regardless of what you have at the end of this turn, you have to keep on flying, even if you only have 1 die. So that's really bad. But the one that you want to pull up, of course, is Shiny. Not only does Shiny give you 1 attack right off the bat, just for free so you can kill 1 foe, if you meet the requirements and you complete the mission, you get a 2nd free attack. So it's one of the best cards to be able to flip on here. But you pulled a sabotage, so you basically ended up with a worse hand in dice. So,
Yeah.
Not bad for first time.
Yeah.
yeah, you'd be swearing Goram all day long on this. So let's go ahead and KO one of your characters because Niska's here. He's going to kill someone.
All right.
Now, before you decide, I'd like you to run through the possible characters you're able to kill, and after you've run through the characters, there's only 1 character that you should kill. And remember what I just said. You're going to run through the characters.
Okay. Let's see.
So who are the characters that we've got sitting here?
Well, we got Mal.
Got Mal.
We've got the hero Jane. We got Wash.
We've got Wash.
We got River. And we got Inara.
And so out of all of those, who do you think would be most apt to be run through?
Wash.
Of course. So
Poor Wash.
Poor Wash. He's the pinnacle of many jokes on the show. Now, Saffron's going to go ahead and kiss one of our heroes. Who do you think she's going to kiss?
Mal.
Mal. So Mal actually gets just locked in the cargo hold. So he's out that way. Now Badger's greedy. He's going to go ahead and grab up 3 supplies.
Okay, so
no, the supplies are here in your.
All right, he's going to grab 3.
Grab 3 of them. So now what you have left is you have 3 characters to be able to kill 5 dice over there, and you have to do it in the most efficient way possible.
Okay.
Okay? So at this point, do you think that you can kill all 5
No
foes
power in
with
the verse can stop her.
River.
River will go ahead and you KO her when you use her, so she goes to the KO pile, and she deals 1 across the board. And now you have Jane and Inara. Can Jane do 2 damage?
Yeah, Jane can come do 2 damage.
Let's do 2 damage. Well, you're looking at what you've got left, and you've got some supply. You've really only got Mal and Inara. You want to get some points, okay? So let's go ahead and let her get paid. You'll get 100 points banked, and that's not at risk.
And this is the currency for the game.
That is the currency. You've got 100s and you've got 500s.
Okay.
And the one with the most points at the end of the game wins the game.
Shocking how that works.
Yes. So at this point, you've defeated 3 separate foes. Regardless of how many dice, since you defeated each foe, you get 1, 2, and 300 points. You can put that at risk if you decide to keep on flying, which I would not, because you've got 2 dice left. But you do have 5 cargoes, so you're going to go ahead and get 5 cargoes. You have 1 cargo, 2 cargo, and 3 cargo cards. At the end of the game, you get 100 points for every 2 cargo.
Okay.
So at this point, you want to lay low, because there's no point in going on. You won't be able to win against him again, and you'll lose your points. So let's go ahead and pass the dice to the next player.
Your turn.
Oh boy, the pressure's on. Okay, this is a 2-handed die roll here.
All right.
So what he's going to go ahead and do is separate out his foes. And there's no villains in the game. You don't call them the bad guys because, as we know, the crew of the Serenity can be good guys or bad guys on any given job.
That's true.
They're just your foes. And we'll see how well or how bad he rolled this turn.
Well, right off the bat, I think I rolled much better than my opponent.
Yeah, right off the bat, I think you did too. You didn't get stuck with a whole lot of supplies, and I've rolled those supplies before. It's never fun, but you got through it, whereas I haven't in the past.
So, also being sort of new to the game, let me see if I can struggle through this. Now, Mal kills 2 of Saffron, right?
Well, have you gotten your mission yet?
Oh no, I have not.
There you go.
Why, thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Okay, so
It's
what
an
type of
escape mission?
So that means that if he completes this mission, he's able to escape even if he doesn't beat the foes. But the timing when you can spot this is after the foes have taken their actions, because they only count if they're in Serenity or in the supply hold.
And that is something else I've because Niska will do his thing first.
Yes, so he's going to kill someone. Do we have someone for Niska to kill?
I'll take out Book.
So
Book.
So as he's going through this, he's trying to keep an eye at, because he knows he'll get the characters in the cargo hold next round, and he wants to keep the balance between the brown and the white dice, basically the outlaws and the passengers.
I'm thinking, being kind of a novice at this game myself, 2 Janes. I think this is pretty good. So I don't want to do anything with those. And I've got Malcolm. So I'll let Saffron take 2 Malcolms.
She's wily like that.
Yeah. So, all right, so, and then Badger takes 1 supply because that's all I have. So now I can do
Now you can do this.
Malcolm KOs himself, takes out Saffron. Kaylee can take out Niska and rescue 1 guy from the cargo hold.
Not from the cargo hold, from KO to the cargo hold. She revives them because she's Kaylee and she has strawberries.
Well, since it was an unfair
And strawberries cure all wounds.
since
They
it was an
do.
unfair break, I'll give Book another chance. And then Jane, let's see, Inara, she's just worth points. Simon can take Kaylee out of KO, and then I can use her. The strategy just, oh. So let me think here. Kaylee can take KO 1 Badger and then pull.
She pulls someone from KO to the cargo.
Okay. And then Jane would kill off the last Badger. I didn't really play that to the optimum time, but it'll work.
Now, you did have 2 Janes, so you did complete this mission. And this one right here says that you add 200 victory points to your temporary score pile.
Allow myself.
Well, go ahead and put a 500 one down because you defeated 3 foes, so you have 500 right now.
Okay.
Minus the 3 dice, you have 7 now against the 5 foes. Do you want to go ahead and keep on flying?
Oh, sure I do.
Okay, so re-roll all the dice that you have, the foes too.
Okay, maybe I can do this with one hand this time.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so remember what I said earlier about 4 foes?
That's bad.
That's bad for you. That's not really bad
Oh.
for him because regardless of how many Niskas are there, he's only going to lose 1 crew member.
I think I walked on the wrong ship.
So,
Are you going to re-roll with River? Are you going to re-roll any of your foes?
well, I don't think I need to re-roll anything to take out this.
No, you're looking good because it's not going to change anything. You're still going to lose a character. But you do need to give up 100 points at this point.
Oh.
What do you have to get after you get your crew?
What do I have to get after I get a mission?
Mission.
Just like what I forgot the first time.
Uh-huh.
Gain 2 supply, which is not really going to happen.
And we shall call this land land.
Now I have to lose 4 of my crew.
You only lose 1 of your crew.
I only lose 1.
He only kills 1 person regardless
You're
of how
right.
many are over there.
I never liked the book very
But
much anyway.
Before you activate that, do you have a complete crew? You have 4 different outlaws. That's the brown dice. So long as you have 4 different ones, you get 1 free attack right off the bat. So he could kill a Niska if he wanted, or he could kill a Badger right off the bat. Niska then kills someone. Of course, it's Book.
Yeah, it's Book.
And now...
And then Jane and Book can combine together and take all of the Niskas out all at once.
Correct. So now you defeated...
They were popping some kneecaps.
Yeah.
They were. He defeated 2 more foes, so he gets 200 more points. And these are all at risk. You are now 4 dice to 5. Do you want to go ahead and keep on flying, or do you think you should lay low?
At this point, I will lay low.
Okay. So we'll go ahead and pass on that. He banks his points here, but he had no cargo. So you had some cargo last turn, so you might be able to catch him in points at the end of the game.
Gotcha. So how many? So you play this until what is end game like?
Typically, we play about 3 rounds on that. So you'll go around the table 3 times. Optimal game is anywhere from 2 to 5 people. 5 people I've played 20-25 minutes. Once you learn how to play the game, plays real quick. You could play with any number of people because all you're doing is passing the dice to the left-hand side. And we do give 2 mats. You get 5 shields in there. Plenty to do. It's like I said, it's $30 on there. But typically, you're looking at about a 30-minute game.
Okay.
So.
And I don't know why you're not here at Origins. Where can people find this game?
Well, here at Origins, of course. At any fine game store, we'll probably have it. You can also get it online at upperdeck.com. It's really a good game. You should just give it a try.
Absolutely. And we'll have links below to check that out. But Captain, thank you very much for having me on the show. Thank you.
Thank you.
But from all of us here at Dice Squad, continuing our coverage here at Origins Game Fair 2016, this is Marshall Dice knows Adam Campbell with
Captain Malcolm Reynolds.
And just some other guy.
and we'll see you guys later.